Ja, das hat sich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Vampyr. Im letzten Part ist das Spiel wieder abgestürzt. Zu meinen nicht begeistern. Da wir sind jetzt endlich beim Ascalon-Club angekommen. Mal schauen, was uns hier wirklich erwartet. Kann ich denn hier das Foyer ziemlich im Kampfeszustand geblieben ist. Dass sie ja scheinbar einen ungewünschten Besuch hatten. So wie es aussieht. Also ist ja nur, dass uns Lord Redgrave hier oben irgendwo erwartet. Allerdings nicht genau wo. Von dem her blende ich auch bei Zielräume. Oh. Wir haben einen Schlüssel zum Keller erhalten. Oder gefunden, was du gesagt. Wird doch sicher keinen stören, wenn wir uns da kurz umsehen. Ich meine, er wird sicher da vorne irgendwo sein. Am anderen Ende des Gangs. Der Keller müsste allerdings hier sein. Eigentlich. Ja. Ich meine, ich weiß nicht, ob das so gut ist, wenn wir hier ein bisschen rumschnüffeln, aber hey. Uns hält sich auch keiner davon auf. Beziehungsweise ab, dass wir das uns umsehen. Also ein, zwei Briefe. Oder Notizen. Können Sie ansehen. Okay, dann zieht's von der großen Jagd. Ich bin mir gerade nicht mehr sicher, was ich davon schon gehabt habe. Das mit Drachen hatten wir, das mit den Rückolakos hatten wir. Das mit Blut als Sucht müssten wir auch gehabt haben. War das ich was? Da bin ich mir gerade nicht sicher. Ich glaube, das hatte ich auch schon. Bei der Geschichte bin ich mir gerade nicht sicher. Vampyr-Fraktion. Könnten wir gehabt haben. Das hat eine Spezies, Überlegenheit der Äckern. Feuer und Sonne hatten wir auf jeden Fall. Knoblauch und Holzpfeile müssten wir auch gehabt haben. Das hatten wir und das müssten wir auch gehabt haben. Ja. Ich schaue gerade mal kurz drüber. Ich bin mir da gerade nicht 100% sicher, was ich davon schon gehabt habe. Vor allem kann man hier an den Bildern auch quasi nichts rausfinden, weil die alle relativ ähnlich sind. Man wäre auch dumm, wenn man da für jedes Schreiben einen eigenen Brief oder so macht. Beziehungsweise einfach sehr viel Arbeit. Da haben wir wieder neue Grafiken zu machen. Okay. Ich glaube, wir sollen hier rein.
Good evening. We repel the intrusions for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here!
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon-Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Ja, das ist gerade schwierig. Ja und auch nein. Wir vernutzen... Bewundern... Man könnte schon sagen, dass... ein guter Freund ist.
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Ja, es sind viele Warums. Ich hätte gerne Antworten auf alle 3 Fragen, aber wir dürfen nur eine auswählen. Warum wir ausgewählt werden, das würde mich schon brennend interessieren.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon-Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
Ja, den haben wir nicht erfahren.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon-Club, and to serve me as such.
Ja, dazu haben wir trotzdem noch einige Fragen.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon-Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon-Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Okay, das ist jetzt nicht wirklich vertrauenserweckend. Hier ist die Kamera so komisch reingezoomt. Kann ich nicht drehen. Das ist doof. Egal.
What is the Ascalon-Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon-Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Ja, wenn ich sonst kein Problem haben.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
Heißt, wir werden auch wahrscheinlich früher oder später ersetzt. Sollten wir den Dorn im Auge sein.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Econ as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Econ, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon-Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Ich weiß nicht, ob das wirklich so eine gute Idee war. Da wir hatten keine andere Option, also ja, muss schon passen. Okay. Ich vermute, ein Teil davon ist zumindest noch hier drin. Nicht alle.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Es ist ungewöhnt.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon-Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Okay, was macht nicht Vampyr hier im Club? Das zeige ich gerade nicht. Da verstehe ich den Zusammenhang noch nicht.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Ja, das ist nicht über der Jüngste, ist das Simon, ja. Okay, da haben 2 Hinweise.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Ja, okay. Ich will gar nicht wissen, was für andere gibt's, der noch Mitglied ist.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Auch klar, dass die Lord Redgrave gegenüber sind.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in, to cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Auch klar, ist ja auch kein Vampir.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Ja, ich glaube nicht, dass eine Mauer da hilft.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Ja, okay. Das hat uns nicht viel weitergebracht.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago, well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Okay. Heißt, wir wurden überwacht.
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Ja, von denen haben wir schon ein paar gesehen.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Scals.
Ja, es gibt auch welche, die nicht so ganz aus Kontrolle geraten sind.
I have met peaceful and wise Scals. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon-Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
We are losing this fight.
Und wir haben eine neue Bandstufe. Ist ja. Genau das, was wir hier brauchen. Und was uns auch bei einigen Bürgern noch helfen wird. Jetzt kann ich auch die erledigen. Bei den beiden fehlt mir noch ein Hinweis. Bei ihm fehlt mir auch ein Hinweis. Ihn könnte ich eigentlich auch schon erledigen. Ich glaub, da wird jemand nicht Ziel sein. Die Docs. Das ist ein Großteil davon fertig zu bekommen von den Fragen. Ich kriege da noch ein paar Informationen irgendwo her. Das waren sie so, haben wir eigentlich kaum Informationen. Hemden fehlt mir leider die Bandstufe gerade. Da fehlen ja auch noch Informationen. Beziehungsweise auch die Heilmittel. Ja, die Mutter und der Butler werden auch noch ein Ziel. Nachdem meiner Mutter nur noch eine Frage fehlt, und beim Butler wir eigentlich alles haben. Kann ich mit den Augen noch sprechen? Nö. Die sind einfach nur Statisten. Ah, jetzt ist doch die Tür offen. Na gut. Allerdings würde ich sagen, bevor wir es hier bald machen, werde ich den Part an der Stelle auch schon beenden. Ich danke euch fürs Zusehen. Lasst eine Bewertung da, was euch gefallen hat. Wenn nichts raus könnt ihr euch gerne noch ein Abo lassen. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge von Vampyr wieder. Ciao.